Hello, this is Walter Urs Schmid speaking, award-winning author on the book on Superyachtsales. But today, it is not about me. It is about a gentleman from the superyacht and the yachting industry, extremely well known in the market, and for me personally, he's one of the best brokers and yacht professionals that I know. And it's nobody else than Thom Conboy. And today I have the huge honor to interview him for some questions, and for you as listeners, you will be amazed, and I guess as well, and I'm sure that he will bring a lot of value, a lot of knowledge that you can take on and have profit out of it. But now let's go to Thom Conboy. Thom Conboy, tell us who you are and what you are doing.
Well, Thom Conboy, I'm the representative of Heesen in North America and the Caribbean. So I've been involved with the shipyard for almost 20 years. And we're located, we have an operation or a Heesen office here on 17th Street in Fort Lauderdale.
Now, I have read a little bit about you, what you have done in your life, and it's amazing. I mean, you have been everywhere, you have heard it all, you have seen it all, the bad, the good, and the ugly as well. Now, by knowing this as a background, in your perspective, I mean, there is a future in the yachting industry as well. Do you see a specific way where the super yacht industry will go in the future?
Obviously the super yacht industry is a small portion of the actual boating business worldwide. What percentage, I'm not sure, but probably less than 10%. What we see currently during this 2020 and the pandemic is that the smaller boats, say under 100 feet, are very, very active, regionally, because anybody that's got a boat or is selling a boat seems to be very active. That seems to be North America, across the globe. People getting out of the water because it's really one of the few activities that's unrestricted and you can do your social distancing. Above 100 feet, it's a little bit more challenging. Main thing is the restrictions of travel.
So there is a big difference between super yacht industry and, let's say, call it the smaller boats industry.
Well, I would probably say probably a big difference between the small segment of the super yacht industry, which is a small segment, and the actual boating business that is the lion's share of all boating and sales and revenue.
Yeah. Now, you have mentioned it before, the pandemic, the coronavirus information stuff, impact, everything that goes on about that. Do you feel there is a difference in the behavior of the customer, clients, prospective clients as well, that has changed a little bit?
I think it's too early to tell. If you see the activity in the smaller boats, it's they've not seen numbers like this ever. So obviously more people are gravitating going boating. Again, not a lot of change in the super yacht end of the market, just because you don't have as much probably real life intel, because you're not going to boat shows and circulating and traveling like one would normally do. Yeah. Sales and listings seem to be on the brokerage side seem to be flat. New boat sales is flat, because there's not a the biggest reason is that, especially from a builder's standpoint, is people need to be able to travel to the manufacturing facility to see the thing that they're buying, the boat that they're buying.
Do you hear any big noise behind?
Too early to tell. We just don't know. We don't know if this is a short-lived thing, long-lived thing. Again, I think, once we see travel restrictions relaxed, I think we'll be able to get more of a visual of what and where things are to come. But right now we're, nobody really knows. You can't really look into a crystal ball and tell, because you just don't know.
Now we talk about communication all the time. I mean, communication by the end is everything, because we have to communicate, whether it's online, offline, visual, unvisual. And the communication has changed now within this coronavirus situations, because a lot goes now online instead of offline. Now, is there anything that you can realize also in terms of how to use techniques how to talk differently with clients?
Well, I think we're all in uncharted territory. We're all doing a lot. Obviously, I don't think anybody heard of Zoom, 6 months ago, or very few did anyway. We're doing a lot more online marketing. Yesterday we had our Heesen press conference that would normally be held at, the Hermitage Hotel in Monaco, where we host, the industry's press to announce our, what's happening at Heesen, our new launches, and new information. So that was actually done via video feed at the shipyard with Mark Cavendish, our commercial director, and Arthur Bauer, our CEO. So we're continuing to try to get our message out, like everyone that's in this business. But with the new mediums, I think with no more boat shows, it's going to be interesting to see where boat shows end up after this. Do we do boat shows the same way? The whole marketing, print advertisers versus, obviously, everything has gone to digital, internet. There's still print advertising, which is branding and that, but we're in a new world. There's no doubt about it. Like it or and I think it's just been pushed forward with the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, it's a huge impact in every industry that I realize as well. Also, suppliers and all these other companies sometimes have problems. But what I figured out and what I hear a lot is that it needs a change in the communication principally. And therefore, about what you think, coaching. Is coaching something important for this industry as well, for the companies to evolve and actually to perform maybe differently, maybe better than before?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not really something I have, enough knowledge to talk intelligently on. Is coaching good? I guess if it's the right coach, yeah. And what information is being, put forth. So, I think any constructive criticism is good, or any insight that somebody's not doing. As soon as you think you're doing it the right way or the best way or whatever, maybe you need to take a look, at the mirror.
Now, Heesen is a very well-known brand, and the yachting industry, everybody knows that name. What makes it different now for Heesen Yachts in the marketing and in the sales compared to others? Or what is it that you personally also adjust based on the present situation, which might be also for the listeners interesting, and of course not a secret from Heesen Yachts, because you don't have to talk about your secrets. But what is it that is different that you could give forward?
Interesting question. Our business model is different than most other Northern European builders, or probably builders in general, is that we have a pretty heavy spec boat program where we build on spec between 50 and 60 meters. We have about 4, 5, even 6 models. And then above 60 meters, we're total custom. I don't think there's any other yard that's doing what we're doing as far as that, which gives real-time delivery, and we try to, stay current as far as design and technology with those boats. Our new 50 meter that's coming out beginning of 2020 is the first 50 meter with the full Tier 3 to meet all the environmental regulations as far as exhaust. So that's kind of a new and current update. But we try to stay current.
Is there any advice, personally from your side, to listeners in the yachting industry or other industries as well, now in these days, that you would say, well, these are the most important point that an entrepreneur, a broker, a company should take care on? If there is one point, what would it be?
Know what you're selling and know what you're buying. I think that kind of encompasses it. I think the biggest thing that brokers and people selling would be to know what you're selling, intimately. And I think if you're in the buying side of it, don't listen to, just, do your own due diligence, and educate yourself.
Now, in terms of your position in Heesen or with Heesen, is there anything that you want to talk about or explain or say to the listeners here of this interview that is, in your perspective, interesting, important in terms of marketing, in terms of branding, that people get a little bit even more knowledge about the Heesen Yachts and what Heesen is presenting and delivering?
Well, I think that, look online. We're doing a lot more online stuff than, we've ever done before. obviously our Heesen website, and we're doing a new Heesen TV, which is going to start here in October. We really are trying to, with the lack of travel, stay more current. Our customer base is worldwide, so we're trying to stay out in front or giving good information to potential customers. We get our customers via captains and industry individuals, as well as our own advertising, word of mouth. So they come from a lot of different avenues. Boat shows always have been a big help, and we don't have those. So we're operating a little bit differently, which is causing some new ideas to come to the surface, and that really is the use of online and internet.
That's a lot of information already for the listeners and for me personally as well. And for now, it's a great content that we can deliver to you as listeners and those who watch this interview. And I want to thank you here, Thom, very much for your time, for your high valid information. I really appreciate that.
No problem. And you have a good day. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. And this was Thom Conboy from Heesen Yachts here on the interview with Walter Schmid, author on the book on Superyahtsales that fits into the superyacht area. I'll wish you a great day, evening, morning, whatever time, day. Make sure that you listen to that, re-listen it, learn from the best like Thom. He is not only just a broker, he is a real deal in this market. Take care. See you next time. Bye.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.